Israel from Syria. Follow with your finger from the compound to the left. In fact, can you make out, it's also white colored, a guard tower there. That is the UN guard tower, and to the left of it, that is Syria. Look closely. That town, half concealed from your view by the grove of trees there, that is the Syrian city of Quneitra, captured by the Israeli army in the fighting in 67, and as part of the ceasefire agreement in 73, returned to Syria. That is an abandoned Syrian city of Quneitra. The only inhabitants are Syrian commando units. Never judge a man just by his words, but also his deeds. Sometimes men talk with forked tongue. That is to say, you can be talking peace, but actually planning war. You know, on a more positive note, I can give you this example. When President Sadat of Egypt made his peace overture to Israel, he backed up his words by rebuilding his border city of Suez City. If you're talking peace but planning war, you do not allow your citizens to return to the border city. Compare that with President Assad, Quneitra, and Syria. From here, what is that? Maybe a mile, an aerial mile, straight as a crow flies. We're from Syria. Damascus, out of view from here, but 40 miles due north of us. Okay. Wow. Translate that to mean this modern black-colored asphalt paved road is tracing the same natural tracing in these mountains that the ancient biblical northern road would have been on. Yes, I'm connecting that with the story in the book of Acts, the conversion of Paul. Paul, having graduated top honors in his class, studying at the feet of the rabbis in Jerusalem, now sent by the high priest as a type of prosecuting attorney to Damascus with the purpose of rounding up the Jewish Christian community there, struck by lightning, going blind, losing his eyesight for 3 days, actually taken in and cared for by the same community that he was initially meant to round up. 3 days later, his eyesight restored. That great escape story on the cover of night, lowered in the basket over the tall walls of Damascus, the beginning of his missionary work. All of that is recalled in this highway here. Which means Damascus out of our view, but that tall, light-colored mountain range cutting off the plateau-like black-colored Golan Heights, that is the Mount Hermon mountain range. Mount Hermon is not just one singular mountain peak, but an entire mountain range that since 67, a third of it has been over the border into Syria, a third of it over the border in Lebanon, and a third of it here in Israel. The orchards, the apples and the cherries, these are the Israeli kibbutz orchards in front of us. Proudly, I make sure you realize that wind turbine, energy turbine, that's part of Israel. That lake, that is nothing more than a collection of the winter rains, a seasonal lake. That's already in Syria. Okay, that's what you see in front of you. Behind you, on top of this volcano peak, despite the trees, you can make out the tall antennas, the dishes, the domes, the saucers. Yes, you realize this is one of those super secret Israeli intelligence outposts. I'm being dramatic again, but I'm not guilty of over-exaggeration when I say the boys stationed up there know exactly how many tablespoons of sugar the Syrian generals in Damascus put in their morning coffee. You may want to smile and wave and say shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
All righty.